Today's another day in the life of men.
Oh, yes.
Don't be lying, it's true.
It's another day in the life of men.
It's true.
Life activities left and right,
Yes, sir.
events, happenings,
Yeah.
and people need the wise, to just make their, effective contributions to the happening.
Yeah.
People need those they can talk to that will address certain issues on ground.
Yeah, of course.
No man is an island of, knowledge or wisdom, but yet we need those, that will just stretch themselves,
Yeah.
to fill in the gap,
Yeah. Yeah.
to make good contributive efforts,
Yeah.
so that life will be good for others.
I agree with you.
Yeah, so it's another
agree
day in
with
the
you.
life of men. The
Yeah,
pros.
it is. It is
It's
another day
good
in
to
life
be
of
with
men.
you.
It's good to spend time with you too as well today. Our last conversation concerning Akimi's issue.
A divorce issue with
it's-
Iba Habok.
With Ibabok. I'm like, come on. I think we should be able to stretch it a bit. Because it's not easy being married and one day just hitting that loop of divorce.
Oh no!
I
no.
still want to believe. I still want to believe that no man or a woman would marry hoping that a day would come he or she would have to divorce this person. I still want to believe such things should not occur.
I agree with you.
Yes.
To a very good extent, I agree with you. When I'm dealing with you, I should be able to understand the kind of person you are. Meeting you for the first time, I may have some indications about you that I will say, okay, these are signs that this is a very good man. This is somebody I can relate with. Just as men have their understanding of the kind of woman they want,
Yeah.
women also have it at the back of their mind that these are the qualities I need in a man I can call my husband.
Of course.
Do you get
Which
it?
is not bad.
Then it's very good.
not
It's
bad.
very, very good. So, but when things go wrong, at a point in time, definitely there are things we need to check. I've heard stories about how men maltreated their wives. I've heard stories about how, wives insulted their husband,
Yeah.
abused their husband. Then I'm like, when you guys met initially, do you tell this woman that a time will come that will start beating you up?
No.
Or a time will come that will start insulting you, comparing you with goats and things.
Yeah.
No, comparing you to goats and things.
Yeah.
No. It can never happen in that way. Then where do they get it wrong?
Yeah.
So to a very notable extent, I agree with you that nobody will ever thought of divorcing my partner at a point in time. But not everyone will be like you and I.
Of course, which we'll be diving into.
You get it.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Welcome to today's podcast on the topic of divorce. Today we are going to be diving into diverse of reasons why couples decide to get a divorce after this lovely, memorable,
Wedding.
celebrated,
Ceremonious
joyful, dancing.
Where they invite people from all across the world.
Some men, their cakes can be as tall as 6 feet.
Imagine.
And some would go to the extent of even ordering their bride's gown
Imagine.
from outside the country,
From fantastic designers.
just because this is a special day for them.
And this is my wife to be. She's going to be called my wife soon.
Yes.
I want her to be in her best.
And the lady also wants to be in her best because this is my husband to be, and she's going to be my husband soon.
Thank you. She'll feel proud that I'll be addressed by his name. I'll be called Mrs. So. Oh, what a name.
And that's when she would start looking into her friends that are really her friends.
Oh my
that
God.
could be a bridesmaid
Sure.
for such a brief occasion.
Sure.
Because of course she would have many friends,
Oh,
but then decide to
definitely.
pick just these few
Just few among
to be
them
around
all.
her. And those friends as well around her during the wedding find themselves or count themselves privileged
Sure.
to be chosen
Of course.
to be a bridesmaid. to
Sure.
this-
We
A
are
friend.
talking about wedding here.
Wedding here.
Marriage.
Yeah.
They are going to tie knots.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to witness how wonderful the scene will be. The whole scenario.
Yeah.
What are we talking? They will count themselves as being privileged to be there. You nailed it.
which is wonderful.
Very wonderful, my brother.
No man is perfect enough.
Nobody.
No man is perfect enough. Neither is any woman perfect enough
No,
too as
no,
well.
no.
But then, just like you said before we introduced this conversation, you said
No man is an island of wisdom
no
or
man is
knowledge.
an island of wisdom or knowledge. But then I'm still standing on my word that I still believe that no man or a woman have at the back of their mind that a day would come whereby they would divorce those person they are getting married to in this wonderful grand style.
Yes, that is why I said I want to agree with you. I want to agree with you. You know, going by the facts about the beauty of a home.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
I will agree with you that no one in his right frame of mind or in a right frame of mind would
Yeah.
think, now I'm going to divorce my husband.
Yeah.
Because if you get to some homes,
Yeah.
if you get to certain home, let me put it
Yeah.
that way, if you get to certain home,
Yeah.
you will love them.
Yeah.
When you see how the man care for the wife,
Yeah.
how the wife respect and love her husband, how the kid play around them,
Yeah.
you will feel this is a great home.
Yeah.
To those that appreciate their home.
Yeah.
That was the time I asked myself about incident in a home, in a marriage. These are guys that have been living wonderfully well. And at a point in time, they started having this crisis. Then I asked myself that what could be the situation? No, I decided not to talk to either of them because I don't want to start, nurturing any negative impression about any one of them. And I was questioning myself neutrally, and I'm like, okay, how can it be? What has really happened? It got to a time that I came to this conclusion. Probably the wife is expecting much from the husband, which is not there again the way it used to be.
Yeah.
Probably the husband is also expecting much from the wife,
Yeah.
which doesn't turn out to be how it used to be.
Yeah.
Much in this sense, when the husband doesn't realize the actual need of the wife,
Yeah.
or the wife fails to acknowledge the needs of her husband,
Yeah.
then certain factor will crawl in. Let
Yeah.
me use that, crawl in.
Yeah.
It wouldn't appear known to them,
Yeah.
but unknowingly, certain things will be affecting them one way or the other.
Without knowing.
I want to believe every man has a need.
Of course.
Do you get it? And when time goes on, when they have kids, children, expenses increase.
Yeah.
Of course, there are factors that will come on that you wouldn't think of at any point in time.
Yeah.
And these are normal. They
Yeah.
are norms.
In every
Do you
marriage,
get it?
of course, yeah.
This is where I believe a woman as a wife needs to play a very important role.
Yeah.
You should know your husband more than any other person.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
You should know your husband more than his mom.
Yeah.
You get it? You should know your husband more than his mom.
Yeah.
But a lot of women don't realize the fact
Yeah.
because they shift their focus, they shift their attention to their children. Don't forget, this man is somebody's son.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
He's somebody's son. That is where, wives find it difficult to go along with their mother-in-laws. Yes, because no matter how grown a man can be, he's still a son to his mom. And when he's facing any challenges, he could easily talk to the wife. If the wife doesn't give him or make any meaningful contribution, he can easily pass it on to the mother. And do you know what will be the contribution of the mother? She'll be like, oh, my son, is that what is disturbing you? You calm down. She has been doing that since the guy was given birth to, since he was young,
Yeah.
till he got to his teen age, to the youthful age,
Yeah.
before he got married to this woman. So I can tell you to what a notable degree the mother understands him. She knows how to calm him down. She knows things to say to him. That is where division sets in. Because when the man feels, oh, my wife cannot really say much, she doesn't have much to say about this, let me talk to my mom.
Yeah.
Probably let me talk to my friend.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, let me talk to my mom. My mom will be able to help me out on this.
Yeah.
Division as setting.
Yeah.
That means the mother is not playing the role of the wife.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
And if care is not taken, it will go back to be eating the food of the mother.
Yeah.
He will go back yielding to the instructions of his mom. then the wife will realize something's wrong somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah.
She wouldn't realize she had an error somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Instead of her to address the error,
Yeah.
she'll face the husband with fight.
Yeah.
That is where abuse may come in. Let
Yeah.
me use the word may. Abuse may set in there.
Yeah.
Then what kind of man are you? Your mom seems to be everything to you. Now I'm your wife in this house. Then there's an issue somewhere. For any right-thinking man or any right-thinking woman, they should be able to see down. Hey, woman, I told you about this. Don't forget, men also have ladies, women in their offices
Yeah.
that they discuss certain things with, they share ideas with, they discuss topics with.
Of course.
And a man will feel, if my partner could say this, I didn't marry a stupid woman, I also married an educated woman.
Yeah.
Oh, if I should tell my wife this, she will say something suitable about it. And when he gets home, he realized the wife couldn't make any meaningful contribution. That's one of the issues that push men, to put their friend in place of their wife. So I want to believe if this can be addressed adequately, of course, it will, provide some good solutions to certain issues in the house.
I believe so. Now, we are bringing a case of Neyo now as a divorce case.
Okay.
To dive into your conversation. Today, our episode is about divorce. Who is our case study today? Neyo. Well, which I find very healthy anyway. Though divorce is not healthy, but how they went about the divorce, the whole process was healthy. But then,
Of course.
what led to the divorce wasn't healthy.
Sure.
It's not something you would be proud of
Proud
as a
of
man
in any way.
or
Thank
as
you.
a woman to hear that your husband committed an adultery and even had a child out of that adulterous behavior, and then which led to divorce. So Neyo and Raina married in 2026, but Raina filed for a divorce in August 2021 after she had publicly accused the Soul Sick singer of having a child with another woman when he was still married.
Sure.
To say I'm heartbroken and disgusted is an understatement. So now, but then she filed for divorce, not because she's fed up loving this person, not because this person is not taking up the fatherly role in a family,
Oh, yes.
in her life as a father to her 3 children,
Oh, yes.
but because of adultery here again. And this adultery is not just an adultery that went by. A seed came out of that adultery.
Oh,
So a child came out of that infidelity,
Yeah.
which made her file for divorce. Now, are we saying that Neyo of all people that sings love songs, you should know better, right?
Oh, yes.
I believe you should know better because he sings love songs and
Sure.
it's an experience of what love is, because that's a song.
He
and
understands it.
He understands it because with your music and your lyrics, you're sending the message out there.
Oh, yes.
So you're preaching something
Oh,
to
definitely.
people out there. But then, what would have made such a man, a person, to have an extra marital affair without any issue at home? Because with the story online, there is no pinpoint fault from the woman,
Not at all.
that made him want to step out a bit, or possibly the wife like to trap, nothing like that.
No.
So he just did what he did because he wanted to do what he did. Now, talking about divorce, should we not say that most homes that get divorced today are caused by men?
Some are caused by men.
Is it some or most?
No, some are caused by men, some are caused by women. The statistics around the world now shows it's...
It's not balanced. Men are more than women.
No, men find it difficult to report abuse. Men find it difficult to take negative step. Do you understand? Even when a man is subjected to abuse in his marriage, he wouldn't be courageous enough to speak about it because he knew he would be, insulted by men and women alike. He will be, scolded that, what kind of man are you?
Yeah.
So men tend to, take the pain. They don't really speak of it. And I still believe when a home is peaceful, a man may choose to accept all the rubbish, everything thrown at him. He may choose to accept it, and you think all is all right. But the moment he acts or take a step on a direction,
The women are easily to speak
no,
up.
no, she will react.
Really?
She will react. Or if I've taken good slaps this morning before I came out,
I wouldn't know.
who knows?
Because whatever you can do to make your home peaceful, you continue to do.
Of course,
And
because
and
we need to understand this, that
Yeah.
men are sacrificial in nature.
Okay.
So an ideal man,
Okay.
you should know that you have to provide for your family, your
Okay.
wife and children,
Okay.
which is very normal. Nobody is going to tell you that.
Okay.
This is what you learn with time
Yeah.
as you grow up.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And it is normal for a woman to know, I'll be married to my husband.
Mm-hmm.
My husband will do this, my husband will do that. But at the back of her mind, how she's supporting the home. Do you get it? So when event happens, a man will be like, oh, I should do this. Probably if I've done that, this wouldn't have happened. This is supposed to be my duty. If I've done this, that will not happen. These are some of the indications that wouldn't allow a man, to speak about certain things because he had judged himself within himself. Mm-hmm. Do you get it? Mm-hmm. But a woman that believes this is my right, this is my husband, you are supposed to do this, you are supposed to do that. At any point in time, if she's not long suffering, she will react. At every point in time, she will react to everything she believes it is negativity. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to a time that a man feels this thing is getting too much, I'm not going to take it anymore, and he chooses to react, there will be chaos in the home.
But then in the case of Nehir and Reina, his wife, they separated due to this infidelity and having a child outside their marriage.
Yes.
They separated, officially separated. We spoke about separation, that is legal. And then during COVID, I believed both of them felt like we can't just be alone.
Away
like
be
that.
Apart. Let's come together.
Like say we go, machine go touch machine. No. They came back together officially. And after COVID was lifted up in the United States, they went back to their divorce process again.
Oh my God.
Which they got divorced anyway. And they got divorced on a very good ground, which was very healthy. That's why I said, well, divorce is not healthy. But at least the deed is already done. The chaos has been caused already.
Oh, yes.
So let's find a way to make it amicably for each other and healthy for our children. Because Neil have 3 children with his wife.
Yeah, of course.
With the court case, Neil paid his ex-wife $1.6 million
yes.
as a settlement in divorce, and also $150,000 for a new car, $12,000 on child support every month, and $5,000 for the wife,
alimony,
for the wife go up and down, say you don't try, now you they carry them up and down, you said the older one, they use that shock body because easy with 3 children. And not just that, and they both came to an agreement whereby now we are divorced. You've taken, and the wife also got one of their houses.
One of the 4 houses.
One of the 4 houses in Chicago. Yeah, Neo has 4 houses in Chicago. The wife got one of their houses, and she was even given $20,000 to put the house in order.
Of course.
For moving and putting the house in order, $20,000, and it went amicably. They also had an agreement that don't bring any boyfriend close to the children. I won't bring any girlfriend close to the children unless we are both officially either engaged or married. That's when we can introduce our new partners to the children. So now, these guys were married. They are divorced, which you and I know that divorce always mostly, land on a broken ground, where you can't stand well. But then these guys still understood each other, and going their separate ways during divorce, they still decide to still have a certain understanding
to come together for the short time.
Not for the short time. There's going to be, I believe that when you have kid with somebody, it's not short time anymore. That person can give you a call at any time and ask you, how is my child doing?
Of course, you guys are bonded together.
You are bonded together forever. The possibility of even attending their funeral, God forbid, it's bound to happen because
it
happens. He's my ex, but we have child to come. It happens
everywhere.
So this is where we need to be careful with the kind of people you want to start your life with. Because starting your life together through marriage, you need to understand it's not just marriage here. It's life. It entails with life in general.
No, you've produced living souls together.
True.
You two of you produced 3 living souls
together. Even if it's only one.
No. We are not talking about one. We are talking about 3 children here.
That's for Neo.
Neo.
No, don't let us dispute those that have one child. Even if you have one child with this person, you have a bond together forever.
A very strong bond.
A very strong bond together
strong
forever.
bond together.
Where we need to be very careful with the kind of person you want to settle down with.
Venture into relationship with or marriage with.
And relationship will definitely lead to marriage.
Of course, not all relationship leads to marriage.
So let's hope for some that will lead to marriage.
Where I'm going to agree with you, totally in what you have just explained so far is this. You see, you need to be mindful of who the actual person is going to be.
Yeah.
When you understand that, now I'm going into a covenant with this person.
Yeah.
I call it covenant. I'm going to a covenant with this person that I'm going to be with you. I'm going to stay with you no matter what.
Yeah.
And something happened, then you guys have to go your separate ways.
Yeah.
Then you need to have that understanding that, okay, it has happened. Am I doing the right thing? Initially, if you check yourself, was this my fault?
Yeah.
Am I the cause of it? I think that was what happened to Neyo, because I believe he had seen that the wife is worthy. She deserved everything she got from him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he chose to be true to himself.
Yeah,
Though my wife is wonderful.
Yeah.
She deserved everything she got.
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to, because there was no report of any disagreement about the court proceedings. That probably Neyo disagreed to do this or
No, there was it was smooth. The divorce was very, very
well,
smooth. Yeah.
which means Neyo had judged himself.
Okay.
He had placed it on checks and balances. That, okay,
if it leads to divorce,
if it leads to divorce,
I'm ready
I think
to
this
just take.
woman deserves.
She deserves whatever she wants to get through the divorce.
Do you get it?
Let me give it to her.
And do you know the beautiful thing about the wife is that she doesn't request for 50% of his worth.
Yeah.
She doesn't request for certain percentage of this guy's worth. She's just like, I'm divorcing. This is it.
Whatever is due,
is,
the court should just finalize and give me whatever is due.
You get it. And when
I'm not going to make it a
the
business.
whole thing came up, Neri was like, oh, if she wants this, give it to her. If she wants her, give it to her.
She deserves it.
And do you know the beautiful thing about these two guys? I just feel if they are sacrificial in nature, if they are more forgiving, they will have settled it and come together. Probably the child Neo fathered with other women was what she couldn't stand to bear the pain.
Yeah. There are many reasons that leads to divorce. And one of the top list of reasons that leads to divorce is infidelity. Which Neo committed.
Do you get it?
That's infidelity.
That is why I say what I love about the two of them. I think to the former wife, infidelity wasn't the factor.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
So the former wife,
what she's battling isn't infidelity.
No, it was infidelity she battled on.
Our point here is you fathered another child.
That's yes. Now
infidelity is one thing. She can easily forgive infidelity if there was no child attached to that.
Well, how are you sure she can easily? Because the wife would not have known that Neo was committing an adultery, but until child came up out of that adulterous behavior. So automatically she has moved from, instead of me to fight against him with infidelity, now a child has come, which is the evidence that cannot be hidden anymore. They said when you are having a sex, nobody knows you're having sex until you get pregnant.
Of course.
That's when you say, this small girl has been having sex. So the wife didn't know he was committing an adultery. Until someone came up and says, I'm pregnant for Nero, I have a child, I have a kid with her. So she took it up from there.
Okay, what if she felt, oh, my guy, you're a superstar. I know women, ladies will rush you out there. Do you understand? Probably she had the mindset.
She did not have that mindset.
I'm just saying, that's what I said.
She divorced out of infidelity.
That's what I said. Probably she had the mindset.
But we should not justify infidelity.
Let us just give her benefit of doubt.
No, but the benefit of that is justifying infidelity.
No, I'm not justifying
that.
No,
the benefit of any woman who has that intention, that soft spot, to now help the husband romance the infidelity, that, well, I understand you are a superstar. Women will be on you.
Of course.
No, that such individual thinking, it's rare.
Okay, let me cheat this in. A friend was coming from United States.
Okay.
And the wife went to pick a pack of condoms, give it to him. My husband, you are going to Nigeria.
No, don't put it that way.
And the guy was like,
there are women that will do that.
The guy was like, what are you trying to do? The wife said, "Hey, don't worry, my husband.
Just carry and follow body.
Just, if you don't need it, you can give it to your friends." She's trying to pass a message across here.
Of course, that does not mean she agrees with the husband to go and
Thank you. She doesn't agree with the husband, but
course.
she tried to pass a message across, and she made it clear. So that is why I said, oh, probably she thought. I'm not saying she concluded on that, but she might think, oh, my husband, as a superstar, girls will be rushing you. Perhaps something may happen mistakenly, but don't let it get to that extent. Do you get it now? This is a woman that could come together with her husband during COVID-19. And she told the guy, I'm sure they would discuss again.
Yeah.
They were together
Yeah.
for a few months.
Yeah.
They would definitely discuss,
Yeah.
of course, sort out certain things. And she will tell the husband, this is my conclusion.
You've committed what you committed. I can't live with you anymore.
Probably she may have told him that, come, had they been that doesn't happen, if I speak against the child, the whole world will see me to be something else.
Yeah.
So I'm not speaking against
that
the
child. That
child.
will be a different fight.
That will be a
Why
different...
are you going against a soul, a child that is already born?
Do you get it now? Yeah. I'm not going against the child.
But I'm not going
to stay with you anymore.
Be your wife anymore.
And
okay.
Now you try to understand the wife that, oh, she made a point known. What else do I want? Probably if I had not impregnated this lady, my wife she may be angry with me and still forgive me in the end.
Now, infidelity.
Oh, yes.
Is infidelity justified in marriage?
Infidelity can be justified.
That's one of the most reasons why people get divorced. And I believe that infidelity, should we say infidelity comes out of unsatisfactory in marriage? Or should we say, if not sexual satisfaction in marriage, should we say infidelity comes out of you not looking appealing to your spouse anymore because you guys look so appealing to each other. You feel this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with.
Oh, yes.
And you want to get married to the person, possibly how fantastic they look, how they take good care of themselves, how they dress, how the guy looks smart and all that. And then during marriage, because now you have a child and a two, which mostly happen in case of women, all of a sudden you just want to live yourself as a mother and you want your husband to understand that you are now a mother.
To still appreciate you in this different look.
To still keep appreciating you in this different look.
From your former look.
From your former
how you were that
look
attracted him.
That attracted him. And you feel, as a mother, you feel that he is supposed, not that you still think
he's supposed
to still keep looking at you in that same look, because after all, those children that changed your body are for him anyway. So he should understand. Should we not say that is also another major factors that plays negative role in the mind of men?
It is.
And that could cause an extramarital affair.
Very well. Negligence on the part of the wife. You attracted me with this look. I should understand you that after giving birth to 2 or 3, there will be some changes in your body.
Man should understand that one.
There should be some changes in your body. But that is not a yardstick for the wife to look unkept. Do you get it? That is not a factor for you not to look attractive to this man. That is not a yardstick for you not to look romantic again. This man marries you, not the children. He knows there will be products out of that marriage.
Of course.
Definitely. How do you appeal to him now? Do you get it? How do you appeal to him? How did he see you now? Are you still the same beauty? Now, as a man, I should be able to see my wife and tell her, oh, my dear, you've changed over years. But your beauty is still there. Your face looks radiant.
Yeah.
This is how you talk to me in those days. Words of appreciation. Do you get it? Words that will invite this man
That's
back
communication.
home. It has a lot to do.
Yeah, that's communication, yeah.
Do you still talk to this man the way you used to talk to him then?
Yeah.
Aren't you looking at pressures? Aren't you looking at the situations around the kids? Does that mean the event around you has taken toll on you?
That you're not looking unkept for your husband now.
Do you get it?
And you feel it's normal. You're supposed to know that you are tired in the kitchen.
No.
You go to work in the morning, or possibly for those that don't even go to work, you stay home, do the house chores and all that, and you want your husband to understand this is what it is now. He should accept what it is now.
Now, as a woman, you should be able to ask your husband once in a while, my dear, do I look good to you?
Do I still look appealing to you?
No, you can easily just
It's true.
conclude.
It's true. It's
conclude
true.
within yourself.
I agree with you on
then,
that
you know,
one.
you go and tidy up. That my husband is coming home by so time.
I
Let
agree
me
with
see.
you on that one.
Oh, let me tell you this. When I got married, my wife has all these the trickish things she does. Then that'll be like, hey, madam, what happened now? She's like, hey, I don't want you to be seeing those ladies out there as being, good looking to you. Now I'll be like, you and this your trick. You have come again. And I can tell you, up till now, she does those things.
Yeah.
Especially when the children are not in the house.
Yeah.
When they've gone to school. I'll just come out of the bedroom, or probably I'm doing something out there, and I came in. I'll just see her. She'll be like, she'll say it in my language. Mo fẹ́ kó rí mi báyìí ni. Do you know the funny thing?
Yeah.
No, I'm like, that thing sticks.
Yeah.
No, for a man, you will think about your wife, you will think about your children. So when you remember certain things about your wife, people may be seeing you, smiling, and they will ask you, why are you smiling?
Yeah, that's
this man,
true.
what's going on? You
Yeah.
may tell them, don't mind me.
Yeah.
No, something just popped into my mind.
Yeah.
You should look more appealing to your husband.
It's very important.
Even when your structure changes, you should be able to present yourself in a way that your husband will look at you. Oh,
Yeah.
this woman has sacrificed a lot for me.
Yeah. Men should start saying, yeah.
Giving birth to these children
Yeah.
as reformed as shape,
Yeah.
but yet I can see the beauty in her.
Yeah.
Then that comes with when you are not insultive towards your husband,
And when you're also not insultive towards your
towards
wife.
your husband,
Towards your
because
wife too.
if you are insultive towards your spouse, it pull them off.
Because mentally, men could be insultive in this way. You've changed. Look at your body. Look at this, and that could play a very negative role in the mind of the woman,
Oh, yes.
for her to continue to look unkept. Because you, the man, you're not encouraging. Because I know for sure that mentally, when women start giving birth, they change. We know that. I mean, we know that.
Of
Even
course.
kids know
Of
that.
course.
They change. But then, it would be very helpful if a husband, didn't you say the two shall become one? And how will the two live together unless they agree?
Amos Street said, can two work together except they agree?
So now, if Amos said that can two work together except they agree, this is where the togetherness comes in. Babe, wifey, look at this. Look at the beautiful marks our children has given you. Don't mind them, but I still love you. You see, let her feel encouraged. Sometimes you can tell your wife, why are you not wearing those things you used to wear in a relationship anymore? I love those things. 'Cause you see, when you're reminding a wife with those kind of past situations, things that look appealing to you
Positively.
positively, you're helping rejuvenate a mind.
Thank you.
That you still love her. You still
Good.
She still
And
look
I
good.
appreciate you in that way.
And when you keep appreciating your wife in that way, you are helping her to continue in that way for
In
you.
fact, she will have her confidence in you.
She will build confidence back for you, the husband.
Yeah, you see, it goes either ways. Do you understand?
We know men actually don't change unless now you want overshop. Now men problem is belly.
No, men don't change.
Men don't really change. Now
But
only big belly. And
situations around men change.
it may change, but then in that aspect of infidelity, things that would want to cause a man to step out there, well, I agree with you with the finance, because if we are saying that man would want to cheat, infidelity is cheating.
If he's cheating,
It's cheating.
There's no-
Boku know the romance.
there's no romancing the whole fact.
He
He's
don't
cheating.
cheat. He don't cheat.
You see another woman, but you thought,
He don't say you don't cheat.
you open eye like this.
You don't cheat.
Oh,
Because God said, talk and say, you say, wait like this, or you don't cheat.
where you they nurture something inside you, say, if I take her to this, how you go be?
You don't cheat.
You cheat.
You don't cheat. So now let's talk about men now. If a man would hold a grant that because the wife does not look appealing to him anymore, that was why he made the mistake he said he made. You know, say at the end
Nah,
of the
nah,
day, na
nah,
devil
I
they
don't
collect.
take that
You
as
know,
mistake.
no, you don't say na devil. No, na devil they collect the whole fruit.
do you know? Do you know? At the time, I say, if devil could stand on his feet and charge people to court,
People,
you allege me wrongly. A lot of people will be in jail because of devil right now.
the whole world will be in jail because of devil.
I'm telling you, because when you are doing that thing and the thing they sweet your body,
Devil
you
no
did
follow.
not,
You don't mention devil.
when you are caught,
They don't
you
catch
say,
you now.
"Na devil." Oh no.
So now the only thing that really changed men, I think, is their stomach overeating, and I think women really do that very well, which is wrong.
The froze, please, before you go ahead, you see, we need to address mental state and mental health in marriage.
Yeah.
A lot of things that affect men has to do with finance and their mental state.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
You see, that is where a woman needs to be wise in her decision. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Because when your husband comes from work,
Yeah.
you should be able to observe him and understand his mood.
Okay.
When he was coming yesterday, he doesn't come in this way.
Okay.
What has happened? Do you get it?
Yeah.
When he came today, he feels brighter than how he was yesterday.
Okay.
Then what is happening?
Okay.
She should be able to ask questions
Okay.
in a very good manner. Oh, my dear, you look bright today. Yesterday I observed this, but I just want to ask you because I didn't understand your mood. They will be able to talk to you. Oh, this happened yesterday, but today I feel much better. Oh, my dear, for the past 2 weeks now, you've not been friendly the way you used to. Because I believe a man wouldn't just change all of a sudden.
Yeah.
A man that will be rushing home, I want to meet my wife, I want to talk to my wife, all of a sudden, he keeps coming at the normal time. But he's not so, enthusiastic the way he used to be.
So how should a woman approach that situation?
Thank you. After observing him in space of a day, 2 or 3, do you know, probably when the man is eating, my dear,
What if the man decides not to eat?
even if he decides not to eat, she can easily ask, my dear, I hope I've not offended you. Have I done anything wrong? Then when he says, no, you didn't offend me, then what happens? You choose not to talk to me yesterday.
Communication.
You choose not to eat today. Who did anything out there? Let me go there and fight that person for you. And the husband may be like, if he's a very understanding person, they will be like, oh, no, you don't have to go and fight for me. Actually, something happened, but it's not that difficult. I've been trying to sort it within myself. I don't want to put the pressure on you. Do you get it? Where peace reigns.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
After all, this is a woman you are married to. You should be able to understand her. She should be able to know certain things about you.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I want to believe there will be little disagreement one way or the other.
Yeah.
Then you guys have your ways of settling it.
Yeah.
Then on that fact, he should be able to relate with you. Oh, my dear, this is not you. This is not your person. I know my husband. You don't hide things from me. You don't just keep to yourself. You don't keep mute in the house. Why this kind of attitude this time around?
Yeah.
Do you get it? Then it will be like, oh, my dear, you did something yesterday I didn't like. Or probably you did something last week that I did not like. And this is the whole thing that you guys solve.
Communication. Yeah, communication.
Communications.
Yeah, because when couples struggle with communication, that's when they have difficulties in understanding each other.
Challenges.
Because I'm not telling you what I'm going through. You're not telling me what you're going through. We find it difficult to communicate. Then how can we effectively come to a spot whereby we understand what is really on ground? And also with the issue of finance you spoke about, I think with finances, you said something. You said things change around men too as well, which of course finances, right? And you said that during the relationship, it was just him and possibly sometimes support the girlfriend. Wife to be. That's a support. But in marriage, it's not support anymore. It is your responsibilities. Full task in marriage now. So now, you used to spend unnecessarily in a relationship. And she doesn't live with you that time. She was not living with you. And now that you are married, you want to continue living and also spending unnecessarily
flamboyant life
in marriage. And you expect a woman to mentally accept that would cause an emotional damage to her and also financially, whereby, and women cannot go a week without having money with them.
No.
Especially when they are in a relationship or married couples. And knowing that you are a man that have things going for yourself financially, all of a sudden which women also don't easily adjust to that financial breakdown.
Of course.
In marriages, which happen in every marriage.
Oh,
there are
happens a
times
lot.
whereby things will be so sweet, especially when you just got married, things will be so fine and so sweet for you. All of a sudden, entering, getting to that peak of 5-6 years,
There'll be a turnaround.
there will
in the
be
whole
a turnaround
situation.
because things are not the things are not always the same the way they used to
Economical
be.
factor is there.
To play the country economic factor will play a role in your
there.
marriage too as
Of
well, because
course.
you should understand things will not always be the way they are with your husband, or even if you're a wife who also support your husband's finances. Your husband would understand that there's times whereby wife cannot bring what she used to bring to support their home anymore.
Sure.
Do you think that before entering marriage, to avoid divorce, is it not better we understand how much we both earn? Or, in Africa, we know in Africa, most women don't work in Africa. And men really don't look at the factors of women not having a career in Africa. When man love, man don't love.
Of
You
course.
don't see Botos
He ready to
he
go
ready
ahead.
to just enter there. And from the beginning, he feels that what he earns is okay
Oh, yes.
to take care of the both of them. Not realizing that the moment you get married to a woman who does not have a career, you should understand that you are also getting married to her responsibilities from the other side too as well.
Oh, yes.
Because the woman is an adult. And a family also expect good news. They expect to benefit something from that marriage too as well. Do you understand that? So you need to understand that the moment you get married to her, there are things you'll be doing that you are not you are not taxed to do in a relationship, but then you start being taxed to do it in marriage. That's why you need to understand as a man. And I think before going into marriage, I still think and I believe that a man and a woman should have a list of how they spend their money, have a list of how much they both earn, and have a list of how they'll be stocking the kitchen. Have a list of how their expenditure,
basic necessities in the
yes,
house.
and then know what is left. And I still believe and I still think that as a man, you should have something for yourself. If it's 20%, somewhere for safeguard, which your wife does not necessarily need to know about that safeguard. But be genuine with that safeguard.
Oh, yes.
Know that it is for your family, but it's called emergency money.
Thank you. You see, the kind of woman you get married to will determine your progress to an extent. Do you get it? Under normal circumstances, it's good for a man to know it's your duty to take up these expenses.
Yeah,
But it's not bad if your wife chooses to support you.
of course.
Unlike someone that will expose you. That you can't do this, go out there. There are men out there. This is what they are doing. Your husband is not those men out there. He's who he is.
Of course, comparison.
Comparison.
Yeah, that's
and there
wrong
are
too.
a lot of women out there that they are the ones that elevated their husband.
That you don't know.
That you don't know.
You thought is the man doing everything there.
And upon all, they respect their husbands.
And you want your husband to be like them.
Okay, let me tell you this. A woman once told me at the time that, can't you talk to... No, it comes this way. She talked to my wife. That my husband is not doing the way your husband does. Then my wife brought it to me when she told me that this is what so person told me, that her husband is not behaving the way you behave to me. And I told my wife, does she behave to her husband the way you did to me?
Yeah. Then she's expecting the kind of behavior of me
in her husband
how
to
is
her.
she behaving to her own husband?
I don't know.
Yeah, how is she behaving to her own husband? Yeah.
Does she respect her husband the way you do to me?
Because it is what you are getting from your wife is reflecting back to her.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does she encourage her husband the way you encourage me?
Yeah.
No. She doesn't live with us. The husband doesn't live with us. They don't know how we manage ourselves.
Of course, comparison. I think comparison also plays a very negative factors in divorce as well.
Thank you.
When you are a woman and then you're comparing your husband to
another man.
another woman's husband.
Oh no.
Let's put it that way.
To
You are
another
comparing your husband to another woman's husband. You are a thief.
You're nice.
You are a thief.
You're nice.
Take your eye off another woman's husband and focus to build your own husband.
Thank you.
If there are things you know you've seen in that man who is someone else's husband that you like so much.
Oh, yeah.
There are good qualities. You can find a very good ground to communicate it with your husband, not even to mention the name of where you got such quality from, because men could be jealous. Why would you see Mr. Kofi and you want me to act like Mr. Kofi? Your husband can start seeing Mr. Kofi as enemy, who does not even know that your wife is looking at me.
You are right. In fact, this is what I told my wife. I told my wife that she should have asked you, how are you doing it with your husband?
Not that comparing that I wish your husband can be the
That
way
you-
my husband can be the way. That's wrong.
That you guys, you seem to understand yourselves.
Yeah. My friend, how do you do it?
How are you doing it?
How do you do it?
How
Yeah.
does it go with you guys?
Yeah.
Then you'll be able to explain to her.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I do. This is how I relate with my husband.
Yeah.
This is how my husband relates
Relate
with me.
with me, yeah.
Then you'll be able to sort out things.
Yeah.
Let her learn from you.
Yeah.
Not that she'll be using me as reference.
Yeah.
No, for her husband. No, that is not done.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is not done. So there are a lot of issues that affect marriages, which eventually lead to divorce.
Yeah.
I think I love what she did. She could see an instance somewhere,
Yeah.
which she appreciates.
Yeah. A woman.
A woman.
Yeah.
And she wants her home to be, to
Like-
go in that way.
Yeah.
But she shouldn't make a direct reference.
Yeah. Don't make a direct reference.
She
Yeah.
should go through learning process.
Of course. Of course.
How are you doing it?
Yeah.
This is why when I see a man that is doing fine in his marriage,
Mm-hmm.
even when I have any observation, I don't tell him, guy, look at this, look at that.
Yeah, of
because
course.
I know he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
It is when I realize probably he's taking the decision which I feel it may affect him, then I can talk to him. I'm not going to impose anything on him.
Yeah.
I will only talk to him. Guy, you'll be wise man now.
Yeah.
No be me go come they tell you this. You've been doing this before now. So why now? Okay, this is my observation. Just make sure you're on top of everything.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're in control. For a wise man, he knows what we're saying.
Yeah.
Then you make amends.
Yeah.
Then if you realize, okay, probably his actions are too tough, then you could easily soft pedal on his actions and choose to, be more gentle. Then everything will come back to be normal.
To be normal.
And that is it.
And that's it. Yeah.
We are talking about marriage here, home. It's a sweet thing.
It's a sweet thing, of course, which still leads to divorce. This is the first podcast, and our conversation today is about divorce, marriage and divorce. What leads to divorce? We understand that infidelity can lead to a divorce, and also communication breakdown can also lead to a divorce, which we've spoken about. Financial issues could also lead to a divorce, which both partners needs to understand their financial status before stepping into marriage. Marriage is not by force. Don't go and marry somebody and hoping that they will become rich tomorrow. And there are people who also make these mistakes. When I was in a relationship with this girl, anything I touch, they become money for me. When I do business, I can marry this girl. This girl have good luck. This girl get good stars. This girl get good luck. Anytime we asabale on this girl, contracts
They flow in.
may I marry this girl.
Hey, money they pop me. Yeah. Do you know marriage is not meant for everyone? No, everyone wants to be married. We wants to have this joy in marriage. But it's not meant for everyone. Are you prepared?
That's the
Because marriage is work.
yeah.
You are going there to work. You are going there to make things work. You are going there, to breed, to nurture,
Yeah.
to make those you are inviting into that marriage.
That's where the incompatibility comes in. You are not compatible enough. And how can you sense you're not compatible with somebody? I mean, why do we even go to the relationship anyway? Is it not to be sure and to know if we are compatible with this person and see if we can head into marriage before hitting a divorce?
I will say this for anyone that is deceptive in his or her deeds, in his or her attitude, in his or her behaviors before marriage is devilish.
You wouldn't know the person is not whom you're supposed to spend.
Do you get it? I shouldn't look at your beauty as a factor alone for me to get married to you.
Of course.
Do you get it? As a woman, you shouldn't look at what he has in his bank account.
Yeah.
Okay, he has money. He can take care of me.
Yeah.
As the only factors you consider that, okay, I can go ahead with this guy. There are some guys that when they feel like what you want is money, he doesn't have it in his mind to get married to you. All he wants is to just hold you down, have a child or 2 children with you. Then when time comes, he will start behaving, irrationally, just to push you out of the house.
Out of the house, yeah.
Just as some women, have the notion that, let me just marry him.
I don't want to give birth out of wedlock. Let me get married.
Let me just
give
marry
birth.
him.
When
Probably
I'm done
have
with
1 or
kids,
2 with him.
I divorce
they
him.
are opt out.
I get what I want to get
They
from him.
don't have the mindset to be in that marriage in the first place.
So they don't really care to check the factors of compatibility.
No.
Yeah, they don't have.
It's
They
not
don't
their
care.
thing.
They don't care. He has money, can take care. Let me quick give birth for him
It's
and
not
just
that thing.
and get out from there.
It is those that are ready to labor in that marriage that will look at it that, is she good enough for me?
And what are the questions? Is she good enough for me? You just said now. These are the questions you are asking yourself now.
Yourself.
No, now asking yourself those questions because even a blind man knows the route back to his house. A blind man knows his route back to his house.
Of course, yes.
Original blind man.
Yes. Not the fake ones.
Not the fake ones. So now, this partner of yours now that you want to bring into your life, because you know yourself, you feel you are ready for marriage. That's why you are extending that. I'm ready now. Let's get married now. You are so happy. You want to be thankful to God, and the only way you feel you want to be thankful to God is to get married and be complete in marriage. Now, what are the questions or the factors we should look at in other partners before you will say, okay, I think I'm really ready with this person? What are the questions we should look into?
You need to be true to yourself in the first place, either as a man or woman. And when you are true to yourself, you'll be able to open up. Transparency is a factor. I know a friend that told me that I didn't marry my wife because I love her. I married her based on the fact I know about her.
Okay.
He said we went into a deep conversation, not just ordinary conversation, deep conversation. Then she opened up on certain facts, which I asked myself that if I was in her shoes, will I be able to say these things openly to a guy?
Yeah, that's about to get married to you. Because those facts may even stop him from getting married to
a guy
you.
that said he likes me. Then he said immediately I concluded that if she could tell me these things, then she wouldn't hide anything from me.
That works for that guy. That works for that guy.
That works for him.
For him. It may not work for another man.
That works, but that is the best thing anybody can do.
But it may not work for another man.
It may not work for them. That is them.
That is them, yeah. Because whatever works for you may not work for another person.
Anyone that is sincere to himself, that is truthful to himself. Somebody has just told you the truth, the fact.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
Some people prefer to live in lie. For the purpose of the good ones that are really, really marriage-minded and really want to set up a home, it's not bad to be truthful with them because they want to hear the truth from you. And also, knowing the truth from you, I believe that before you tell someone, I think I want to get married to you too as well, there are questions which few I could mention in terms of what do you plan for yourself 5 years from now? What are your plans for the next 5 years? Let them tell you their plans for the next 5 years. See if you, as a man or the woman, fit into that plan in the next 5 years. What do you want to be in 5 years? What are your relationship with your parents? How did you grow up with your siblings? Is there anyone among your siblings you are not really in a good term with? Why did you go sour in that area? How much do you give to your parents end of the month? These are questions you can both throw on each other.
Of course.
What are your plans for 2 children? What are your plans for 3 children? What will be your plan for 4 children?
5 children? Maybe.
10 children? What do you have in place?
It depends.
How many kids do you really want to have? Don't come out from that ancient idea that, I love children. I want to give it to plenty children. With somebody's daughter that you are not financially stable to take care of herself alone.
Oh, yes.
Talk less of, I love children. You will give her to plenty. With you and who? Ask him. Tell him. With you and who? The man, if you are also a woman who loves kids so much and want to have plenty children, you, the man, should be able to ask her, with whose money are you going to look after 5 children? What do you want to be doing after marriage? Do you still want to be working in your office after marriage, or there's something you are hoping you would do after marriage? Are you the type that can sit in a shop? Because now, this is good we're talking about this because there are women that have good jobs out there and they are career-minded people before they got into marriage. And you know, marriage will shape you.
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
Definitely.
marriage will shape you.
Oh, no. You can't.
Marriage will shape you. All your office skirts.
Oh, my God.
Nobody go tell you, say, start to dey use the clean kitchen. When water pour for ground. Now you go tell Junior, go ahead and bring down my whole skirt.
Oh, my God.
To clean this water. So,
Oh, my
ask
God.
her, are you a lady who can manage a shop? Because I wouldn't want my wife to be leaving home 6 a.m. and come back 8 p.m. So as soon as you get married to me, I would love you to own a shop whereby you have someone with you in that shop to enable you have more time for us and our kids.
Oh, yes.
Have those conversations with her. If possible, jot them down as a document. Let her keep reading it. Let the man keep reading his.
As reference point.
As reference point. Because, marriage could wipe away some memories. Yes. Marriage could wipe off some memories in your mind. That's marriage for you. Marriage is so tough that you've even forgotten you told the man his only 2 kids you want to give birth to before you see you don't born 5.
The froze. I think I love that question. You see, when a man and a woman add this deep communication, conversation before they come together as husband and wife, it shows it to be a form of continuity.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because for you to be patient enough, to be calm enough, to discuss at that length with your wife to be, for you to be, calm enough to have such discussion with your husband to be, definitely there's an understanding.
Of course, somewhere.
In
a relationship before marriage. Before marriage.
So if the understanding is there, that means you are telling yourself that my wife is somebody I can easily discuss with. My husband is somebody I can make my opinion known to.
And lay plans.
And plans along that.
And lay plans.
That is a very good factor.
That's
for
a very
them.
good one. Yeah, I like that one.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I like that one.
When you are calling a guy that, please, I think we should talk.
Yeah.
I have certain things I need to discuss with you. And he doesn't seem to be interested in your topics. Then you should know something.
That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign.
Or you are telling her.
That's a bad sign.
Hey, oh, babe, see, I think we should discuss this. And it's like, we have the time. I can't say anything now. We can always discuss it later.
Babe, don't worry. God is in control. That's where religious start playing factors.
God will not come down and do what a man needs to do for himself.
That's where religious play
As a woman,
factor.
God will not come down to do your duties for you. If this man wants to talk to you, give the time to him to talk to him.
Yeah.
If she wants to talk to you, find the time to be together.
Yeah.
Talk it out.
Yeah.
Have a good conclusion.
Yeah. On a good
So,
ground.
as a man, you need to know if you're calling her, we need to talk, and she starts telling you, hey, don't worry. You see, I'm not in mood for now. When will the mood come? Or you want to talk to him, and he's like, oh, babe, don't worry. These are just normal things. Don't worry. We'll find a way to go about it.
Be careful.
Don't go about it, yo.
Be careful.
That lady does not have time to talk to you
Be
now.
careful,
She wouldn't have the time if you get married to her eventually.
Of course, be careful. You need to be careful.
But when you marry a good listener, you see, that's where the factor of a listener comes in.
Yeah.
When you marry a good listener, either as husband or wife, somebody that is ready to listen to you, definitely she will reason along with you.
We'll give you an answer, of course. Yeah.
Somebody that is ready to listen to you,
give you an answer.
Will definitely consider you in his decisions.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Oh, my wife said this. That means she doesn't like that. Oh, my husband said this.
So that's where conversations.
It all depends on you.
Deep conversations.
How you handle it.
Yeah.
Because if your wife could say, no, my husband tells me this, it's different from my husband shouted at me.
Okay.
Oh, my husband said this.
Yeah.
I think he said that. Oh, that's good. It's different from my husband. Why is he talking that way?
Yeah.
Is he imposing on me?
Yeah. But we live in a continent whereby African women today don't understand what communication is. When you are in a relationship or about to go into a relationship with an African woman, I think it's like investigating her. Proper women are there that want to really have
Before you
conversations.
can call someone a proper woman, that means you have assessed her in how she communicates, in her thinking, in how she reasons, in her assessment of issues. Someone that wouldn't depend on you, that will believe, no, you should do this. Someone that has sense of duty.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Someone that has sense of, making good and meaningful contributions.
Yeah.
So a proper woman, when you tell her, oh, this is 10,000 Ghana cedis. We need to do this. She can easily tell you, no, you have been doing this. I want to do something.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Oh, my husband, I want to do it for you.
Yeah. If he's there, if the money is not there, let him do it with his money. That's his responsibilities.
Even if the husband has the money, he has given us this sense of duty, sense of responsibility.
If she has the money.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. That's why see, a proper woman is a title that can't be given to anybody.
No, but a proper woman, you being a proper woman does not mean that you should not also spend your husband's money.
No, a proper woman will spend her husband's money, but yes, she's giving herself a sense of duty. She wants to make her husband happy. I'm not talking about a freeloader here.
You're talking about a proper woman.
A proper woman
that's been given 10,000 Ghana cedis to do something, and you're asking her to give the money back to the husband.
Oh, let me tell you that I had a boss sometimes. I was in the vehicle.
If you're a proper woman and your husband give you 10,000 Ghana cedis to do something for him, collect it, help him save it in you woman, in your own account, because men easily get broke.
Thank you.
When your man starts referring to Alpha, it be like say I go need like 2,000 for there. Go back to
the money he gave you.
His stupidity when he was so joyful being stupid. Go back to that stupidity and then bring sense, wisdom out of that stupidity and give back to him that hold this one for your body. Because don't come and say because you are a proper woman, what's gonna be only. Marriage is not for only people.
No, you should give it to this woman, proper women out there.
Well, growing apart could also cause divorce. Growing apart. And even proper women still grow apart from their supposed gentle husbands. Because growing apart does not refer to you being a slave queen or being a bad guy. Growing apart is growing apart. And how do you grow apart? You grow apart realizing and understanding that this is now marriage. Because if you're bringing your relationship idea into marriage, that's where you get it wrong. You want things to continue to be sweet for you. You want her to continue to do your laundry as how she was doing it in a relationship. You want to have your meals served the way it was being served in a relationship, in marriage, in those days. You need to understand it's not going to work anymore.
Oh, yes.
And mentally and physically as well. People grow apart from that. Your supposed husband, who used to be your boyfriend, will get you flowers, take you on an expensive date to resorts for enjoyment and all
Recreation
that.
centers.
Recreation centers and lavish money, buy you gift. Now, in marriage, he's unable to do all those things anymore. Not because he does not have the money to do them anymore, but because now he is a man.
And there are more commitments.
He is a man now. You see, doing those things in a relationship is just being the guy.
In fact,
He's being the guy.
The normal guy. The lover boy.
The lover boy. He's being the guy. So don't come and start judging a man from the behavior of a guy. Because now, now he sees reasons why he shouldn't do that anymore.
Of course.
He sees reason why he should cut down his coat according to his size now. He sees reasons why he should save more money now.
Oh, yes.
Than how he used to. And this could cause a growing apart. The communication may be a bit, not the way they used to be anymore now, because now he is a man.
Oh, yes.
The focus is more on the family now. And people think that family is between a husband and a wife and children. No, family is between a wife and a husband. That's a family.
That is the fact.
That is a family. So the man is thinking about a family now. Don't expect the man to be who he used to be. And as a man, don't expect the lady who would clean your room for you. That's why you want to marry her. Hey, Akpo. She will cook your meals and put them in flags for you and call you. Have you eaten, baby? I left some. The key is under the where we used to keep the key. You won't see me until weekend again. Put things in order. She was doing all that because she was a girl friend. Now she is a wife. And this plays major mental role in the mind of a lot of people.
A lot.
That makes most people grow apart. That's when you see women say that my husband was not like this. No, don't say my husband was not like this. Your husband is not like the boyfriend you used to know. This is now a husband.
You have made a very good point here. A very good point. A very good point. Because I saw a situation where the husband said they went to South Africa for the honeymoon.
Yeah.
Throughout their stay in South Africa,
Yeah.
they were busy quarreling.
Yeah.
It was when they planned to be coming back home that they just sorted the whole situation. Then he now said he saw another picture of the wife, that she's now a wife.
She's not my girlfriend.
She's not my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
She's not my
so
girlfriend.
what you have said that is just very right.
Yeah.
That is just the fact.
Yeah.
Growing apart. But I think what we need to do for ourselves is to understand who we are. This is why being sacrificial in nature comes in.
Yeah.
This is where we need to display this high level of understanding. This is where we need to be patient more than how we used to be. This is where we need to give proper room.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see how it goes. Within yourself, you just have to conclude, okay, it has happened, or this is happening. Let me be more patient with him or her.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Probably over little period of time, he may have to come up to explain to me better why he acted in that way, or why things are happening in that way.
Yeah.
Then you guys will be able to come together, because I can tell you there's no couple that did not quarrel.
Yeah, every couple will quarrel. And there's another thing as well to chip in. To chip in what you just said. There's another thing I think new couples need to understand. Your first 5 years of marriage is going to hit a loop.
It will hit a lot. A tough one, sir.
Your first 5 years of marriage is going to eat hard.
The froze. You are saying it, and I'm still saying it. It will hit.
It will hit
very well.
Because there is no storm without rain.
And that was the time I told myself that me and my wife, we always experience this Sunday tablet. Because we will go to church after service, get up, talk together, and one issue will lead to the other.
No, don't quarrel. No, don't quarrel. Because you are getting because the reason why most marriages hit a loop from the first from the first 5 years is because this is now a husband you want to know now. This is now a wife you want to know now.
Which is a normal thing for you.
It's a normal thing for you.
So you will start building on
that now. Building on that now. You see, the most difficult thing about marriage people don't understand, which I give it to most men. When I see men, I see couples celebrating 45 years, 50 years of marriage.
In fact, from 10 years.
20 years of marriage.
15.
10 years of
20,
marriage.
25 years.
You know what I say in my mind? I'm like, this man na gorilla ya. This man na gorilla ya. Guy man.
Another thing, he may not be a liar.
He's a gorilla ya.
But I'm telling you,
he's a gorilla ya.
He may be long suffering.
He may be long suffering, Abi. Some may be long suffering.
He may be long suffering.
Well, I give it to those that are there in long suffering. Because why do I refer it to the man? It's a very good liar. You need to be able to protect your home.
Oh yes.
And you protect your home at all costs. That's what I meant by that.
Yes, I understand.
So people need to understand.
They just need to patch certain things with life.
And no one is going to tell you
just
that.
To make sure everything is all right.
No one is going to tell you that.
It's in you.
If I'm going to get married to my supposed partner because I saw Mr. Joseph or Mr. Michael, how he walks majestically with his wife every Sunday morning to church, or how they go to event together and they've been that married for the past 14 years, and I want to use them as a role model for me to get married. My dear, you'll be making a whole lot of mistakes, because you don't know if what kept Mr. Michael in that marriage for the past 14 years is a slap, a chop every morning before leaving the house.
You are very right, DeFros. You are very right.
Whatever makes your marriage works for you, that is you and your marriage there in one corner. Just wrap it nicely.
You know, fine-tune the whole thing.
And remain there, married.
DeFros, thank you. Thank you so much. Do you know what? I read a story about a man and his wife that whenever he gets to church, you know, he'll be the one that will open the door.
For the wife.
Whenever he gets to church, he opens the doors for the wife to come down. And when other women saw that, they are like, my husband don't do this, my husband don't do that, my husband don't do this. Comparison. But do you know, at a point in time, the husband had to, you know, he gave a testimony and he narrated what they've been experiencing for the past 6 months. Then he appreciated his wife and he brought that in, that because he doesn't have much, that the car door was faulty. There was no way he could open the door from inside. So whenever they get to church, he doesn't have any other option than to go and open the door for his wife. So, and that's what he has been doing for the past 6 months. And which other women saw, and they use against their husband because they believe they deserve to be treated in that way.
No, you say, Papa.
So what you said there, you can't use somebody's factor as a yardstick, no, to govern what happens in your home. No.
Do what makes you happy.
Do what makes you happy and try to understand your spouse.
Because at the end of the day, marriage is not taught in school.
No.
Neither is that few 2 months, 1 week.
That is why they gave you the certificate in the beginning.
Yes.
Not that when you graduate from this school, certificate will be issued to you.
They've
given you the certificate before you start.
because they know if they want to use a factor of your marriage to give a certificate, nobody deserves a certificate.
Hey.
That's why you're giving a certificate before you actually enter the marriage.
No, the fact they say, Bosu, this marriage you are going to, and yeah, easy.
But you collect certificate first.
You take out your certificate.
You hold on first because
hold on first.
We're not going to be coming and be checking out. You anything that happened there.
So
you just.
If you are going to deserve that certificate, it will be on your decision. That is it.
If you know you don't deserve the certificate, that's when you now go for divorce.
You just destroy it.
So for the fact that you still have the certificate, is because you're not yet divorced.
That is it.
The day you go for divorce, you are telling the whole world that this certificate you guys gave to me.
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
After all, the certificate is not meant for kids.
It's not meant for kids. There are men that are also divorcing now.
Of course, anything can fall on you in the course of your marriage.
And when it comes to domestic abuse, I think domestic abuse is also another factor that really causes divorce a lot.
A lot.
Domestic abused.
Domestic, either verbally, either physically
or emotionally.
Either emotionally, either through trauma.
And men can do that well.
Men does that, but
men do that well.
Men also experience that.
Men experience from women, but men do that very well.
No, we know women with being talkative.
We know women they are talkative.
The only weapon women have
is to talk.
Their mouth.
They can tell you within a second
they can say anything that will trigger anything.
Cut you into pieces.
No, they can kill your spirit with their mouth. Do you get it? They can kill the spirit in you with their mouth at any point in time. There are things I can say to you now that you wouldn't just care about me. That was wrong with this man. No, let him.
But when a woman say it to you,
she wouldn't say it the way I'm going to say it to you, because I'm going to say it to you as a one-off thing. The only person that can make a man feel traumatized is his wife. Yes, because if no one encourages him, if he doesn't feel this sense of belonging out there, you know, a man feels when he gets home, I can easily talk to my wife.
Yeah.
So when he got home and realized the woman that should encourage him, came up with insult, abusive words. That's why some men, turn out to react physically. And when a woman has, a mark on her face, she can easily tell you, my husband has beaten me.
Yeah.
But can you measure the amount
of emotional
emotional trauma the man had experienced through things
physical
the wife had said to him? You get it? So this is where we need to understand that man or woman has important role
To play in marriage.
to play, in our lives.
In our lives, yeah.
In our marriages.
I take that from you. I understand that most men are being abused emotionally because automatically we understand women do not have that much energy, strength
Okay.
to,
Yes.
to put up with a man, physically. So they would use their words, to tear a man down. And we live in a society whereby it is very difficult for a man to tell his fellow man that my wife is messing me off at
Oh,
home.
yes.
Because immediately you tell your fellow man that your wife is making a mess of you at home, the first thing that will come out of that friend of yours at most time is, are you crazy?
Are you not a man?
Are you not a man? Are you normal? Start abusing you instead of them to comfort you in that manner.
Stigmatization.
Which make men sink more emotionally in domestic abuse, which leads to marriage. But then talking about women, talking for women too as well, because I want to understand that we understand in Africa that men are head of home, even the Bible says it all over the world, everywhere in the whole world. But I think we take it more as a priority in Africa. The reason why I say we take it more as a priority in Africa is that in the Western world, of course, everywhere, the whole world, men is the head of the home in the whole world. But we know how Western women are with their husbands, almost like equally, due to constitutional rights and all that. But in Africa, even with constitution and also with our civilizations, our women still kind of leave that space for men, one kind. So African culture, tradition plays a role there. So now, understanding and knowing you are a man and you are the head of this family, and you know there are do's and don'ts in the family, because you've spoken about physical abuse and emotional abuse that cannot be measured, which the woman is using as a way of attack against the husband.
Oh, yes.
Because I can't beat you, I can't fight you, but I will deal with you emotionally.
Oh, my God.
Now, sex, because that is also an abuse. Sex. What if a woman got married to this man and she has fantasies?
Okay.
She has fantasies. And she's so crazy about her fantasies. And it is rather much appealing to also play along with a woman's fantasies when they don't have kids than when they start having kids. Because fantasy has to arouse an hormone in your
Of
system.
course.
And by what your eyes sees,
It will trigger something.
trigger something.
And something will sing national anthem.
Of course.
Arise, O compatriot.
So now, sexually, before you marry this woman in a relationship that she is way crazy about her sex life. This is not a sex addict. A sex addict is somebody who cannot do without a man. If a woman can just stick to one man and she loves to have sex there, that is not sex addict. That is a woman who has found somebody she's compatible with and she loves everything about the man. And she just always want to be with that man. Somebody who will go from neighbor to neighbor to neighbor is somebody who is sex addict. Yes.
She's something else.
That's something else. But with one person you are in a relationship with, that is very healthy. Because that is who you are with that person.
Don't forget, in everything we do, there should be checks and balances.
There should be checks and balances. That does not mean no. Having fantasies does not mean you are having sex from 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. No. Fantasies are even much lesser than having intercourse. Fantasies could be, I just like the way
He cares
you cuddle me.
He cuddles
That
me.
could be a fantasy.
Yes, I understand.
So now men usually sexually get tired in marriage. That's one thing women need to understand. That men easily get tired sexually in marriage, not because of the sex in a whole, but generally, general factors. I speak for men there. You see, I told you I'm always with the men. I'm always with the men. I speak for men there.
Oh, you are a woman person.
I'm a woman person.
Oh, I know.
Hey, they say I'm a woman.
Even the ladies know you are for them.
The ladies know I'm for them, Abi.
Yes.
Okay. So now, if you understand fantasies, fetish, people can be fetished. They can have fantasies. And in marriage now, although they've given birth to 1, 2, 5 years, 10 years in the marriage, fantasies don't die. You rather discover more into the ones you
had on ground
initially. They don't die. So, should we say it's proper, even though you're a responsible man, you're busy now, your mind is everywhere now, should we say, which plays a role in divorce? Should we say, should a man not find time to balance certain things?
Thank you. You see, you should be able to separate your work from your home.
From your home.
Separate your marriage from your work, from your business. No, success is one thing, excuse is another thing entirely. Do you get it? If you are doing well in your work and there's an error in your marriage, people will see you as a failure.
Yeah.
And if you are doing fine in your marriage, there are a lot of people that will see you as a good exemplary. They will see you as someone they can emulate. You can always start a business on your own. You can always start something afresh. But when the two work well together, do you get it? Then they will see you as a total person, a total man. They will see you as a total man, or see those in that category as total men. You get it? So it is done on you to be able to separate your marriage from your work.
From your work.
Even when there are factors that affect you at work, I want to believe your state of mind will be affected.
As well.
But the anger shouldn't reflect in your marriage. Do you understand? Your wife may be helpful in that aspect, of course, which will ease your mind. But you as a man should know, okay, this is work. You should understand this thing. Your work may go. If they sack you, or if you lose money on that business, it's there. This is another thing that needs you. You need that work.
You need the work, but the family needs you.
The family needs you.
Wow, two things there. I like that one. You need a work.
You need the work.
But the family needs you.
Your family needs you. In as much as you need the work, you can always create something new for yourself.
Because they don't need you anyway. They
don't need you anyway. So if your wife is much supportive, if she understands you, do you understand? You guys can easily plan ahead. You can always start something new based on your understanding, based on the communications between two of you, based on your agreement. Do you get it? So our fantasies are things you need to understand. Do you understand? I met somebody that said, hey, I give it to my wife the way she needs it. Either I'm happy or not.
Just make her happy.
And I can tell you, I've come to understand my wife to an extent that, I make sure I please her based on her material request and the other one.
As well. It's very important.
My headache is my headache.
Do
you understand? My headache is my headache. She may see the expression on me. She may feel it. But I shouldn't allow that to affect her.
To affect her fantasies.
No. What does she want? Is that how she wants it? And I'm saying this to all men. There has been happening before they give birth to people like us.
Of course.
And it has been happening long ago. People are managing situations.
Of course. Learn to manage yours.
Also, you can't just come here and tell us something is happening to you, so you have to behave irrationally. Don't be stupid, man.
That's what makes you a man. You just said, don't be stupid, man. Not a boy. You didn't use a boy. You said, don't be stupid, man.
They refer to you as a man, not a kid, not a boy.
Not a boy.
No. If you think you are troubled, if another person tells you what he's going through, you'll be like, make I just manage my own.
Yeah, of course. Everybody has their problem.
Of course.
You don't know what makes another man remain in the marriage they are in.
So I'm telling women out there, if you say your situation is tough, when you listen to another woman, you know what she's passing through is also tough, or even tougher than yours.
I understand yours
so
is soft.
When a situation is tense, don't let it affect your marriage. So I'm speaking to the men out there. We need to be wise with our decisions. We need to be wise with our opinions. We need to be wise with the way we handle things. Don't make your wife a punching bag. Wife, thank you. I attended a church program at a time with my wife, and this young prophet came out to tell us If you know as a man you have raised your hand to beat your wife or slap her at a time, as a woman you have insulted your husband at a point in time, you please come out. You need to be sanctified.
Hey, religion or
Where I was sitting,
religion or religion.
Bosu, where I sat, do you know, I observed those we look up to as big men and big women in the church all came out. And somebody asked me, do you want to tell me you and your wife don't fight? I told her we fight, we do disagree, but it has never gotten to that extent.
Yeah.
So whoever is engaged into such act need to pray, need to ask their wife or their husband for forgiveness.
Yeah, and also pray to God too.
And pray to God, then find a new ground to just forge ahead.
Yeah, we can't take God of any institution God has himself installed in us, in man. That has to be respected, and whatever it is we cannot do, or God is not even expecting us to be perfect in whatever he has
not at all.
instituted to a man.
He's always there to help us.
He's always there to help us. So if you're a man out there and you feel your marriage has been a toll on you, or you are a woman out there and you feel your marriage is a toll on you, I think the first person you should think of considering to talk to is God.
Oh, yes.
And after God, look for a good counselor. A counselor that is speaking sense, because you're an adult and you can't tell me that this counselor you just met is not worthy to speak to you, and then you still keep going there. You should know. You shouldn't be told. You should know. If the counselor is not teaching you things that are from Bible base, also using life experience to teach you in that manner. This is why we go through life experience.
Oh, yes.
Because the Bible says study. The Bible didn't say be filled alone with the Holy Ghost. It said
you need to
learn. So look for a counselor. Or if you're not like those that like to speak their problem to strangers, like a counselor, you have parents out there whom you can trust and talk to, and that can discuss with you about your marriage and their experiences and how you should live your life. In the first opinion, there are many reasons why couples get divorced, and these reasons can vary from relationship to relationships. However, some common reasons for divorce includes infidelity. One of the most common reasons for divorce is infidelity, which can include physical or emotional affairs. Number 2, communication breakdown. When couples struggle to communicate effectively, it can lead to misunderstandings, resentment, and also breakdown of the relationship. Number 3, financial issues. Financial issues stress can put a strain on any relationship, especially when couples have different spending habits or priorities. That is when I think both couples should come to understanding of how their expenditures is going to be. You can even be laying down your expenditures each month.
Oh, yes.
This is why Westerners have proper order with their finances.
There should be planning.
Guy, we just got married. I don't think we should be spending this much from the first 2 years of our marriage. Let's spend for this first month and see how to go around that only first month, and then we'll continue with that until a child comes in.
That is it.
Number 4, incompatibility. Sometimes couples simply realize that they are not compatible and can't make the relationship works, which also leads to divorce.
It happens.
But you need to understand, even if you feel you can't make the relationship or marriage work anymore because you feel this person is not compatible with you, you need to understand that there is no perfect marriage.
Oh, yes.
Whomever you feel you will meet later that may be compatible with you may even be worse than this person you should have worked on.
The former person.
Sometimes we need to understand, spiritually, in a godly manner, we need to understand sometimes God brings people together to be what am I talking about? God called it help meet. Help.
Meet.
So sometimes God could give you a partner whereby they are not compatible. Even a child that was born today knows that, Oga, how did you meet this woman? This woman is not compatible with you at all.
She knows for you.
But that's how God works. God needs you to elevate that family, that wife, to change her, to remold her. That is why God brings you there. If you are looking for a perfect woman or a woman looking for a perfect man, that means you're telling God that he does not know what he's doing.
Oh, yes.
I mean, we should try and find ways to work around our differences, and also learn to amend, and also bring out the best of
I love
out
that.
of people.
How to amend.
How to amend and bring
We
the
shouldn't
best
be
out of
too
people.
rigid.
Yes, about
When I realize certain thing is not right about me,
yeah.
then my partner come up with a suggestion.
I should check.
I should be
check
able
something.
to amend.
Yeah, I should check. I check myself.
You know, at every
myself.
point in time, you should be able to amend. And these are indications that women love so much.
Yeah, women love,
Because
yeah.
when she realized when I spoke to my husband,
He always put a change to
no,
that thing I
he
said.
make corrections.
Yeah, put a
Then
change,
that
yeah.
means it takes whatever I tell him with very strong value. It doesn't push my suggestion aside.
He always
Then
embrace
she
it.
give herself sense of belonging.
Yeah.
That she actually belong in that marriage.
That's very important too as well. That's very important. That's important. So we need to understand that being compatible with somebody is bringing yourself to the state of learning.
Oh yes.
State of learning.
You learn. You still learn.
Yeah, marriage is all about learning.
Of course.
Yeah, marriage is not actual. It's not for perfect people.
No, not at all.
Yes.
Not at all.
Marriage is not for perfect people. If you are perfect, you're not supposed to marry.
Then you are God on earth.
You are God on earth. You're not supposed to marry.
No. You can't be perfect.
Yeah, you can't be perfect. Marriage is not for perfect people. So if you're going through a journey of differences between you and your partner in your marriage right now, whereby you are now realizing that they snore, please manage it there. It's normal. Every man snore. Most men snore. Please, most men. You see,
There's no argument about that.
marriage
Do you know what? I just see it to be a normal thing.
Please, men snore. I
Men
beg.
snore, women snore.
Men snore, women snore. It's okay.
It's just a normal
okay.
thing. Don't take it. Don't
Don't
use
take it
as,
personal.
as anything against your
Don't
spouse.
don't take snoring.
It's part of the marriage.
It's part of the marriage, please.
It's
Men
just
snore.
part of the marriage.
Women snore. It's part of the marriage. Men will mess.
If you will fat
If he doesn't
with
mess,
terrible smell.
if he doesn't fluctuate, if he does not fluctuate in a relationship, it's because he's shy of you. Now, she can fluctuate. Now, he can fluctuate
With some
with some dirty odor.
terrible odor.
My dear, stay there. It's part of marriage. It happens. People do it. It happens.
Oh my God.
And also growing apart over time, couples may find that they have grown in different directions and no longer share the same values or goals anymore. That happens as well.
yes.
You may hope that your supposed husband was studying law, and you got married while he was still in school as a student. However, you thought he was going to end up as a lawyer, and now driving a car, a driver in a marriage, and you feel like no, the status I've built for the society is that my husband is a lawyer. How can you become a driver, baby? You are diminishing my mental state of
My integrity.
My integrity, my dear. Talk to your integrity. Oh, marriage is different. Oh, it is different. Don't allow vanity to deviate you from this so-called partner you wish and you've always wanted to spend your life with. I want you to understand that marriage is experience. Marriage is experience. And marriage is where you sit down 5 years down the line and you go like, wow, look at you. You're having white hair now.
Oh yes.
I've made you a man now. You laugh about it.
Oh yes.
And then you also tell your wife, look at you. I made you a mother. That day, those days you used to, wish to have kids. Now, the children on full ground. So yeah,
Imagine.
take care of them now. Laugh over.
Thank you. And that's something that is missing in most marriages now.
To laugh over things.
They don't have fun time.
They don't have fun time. They can't laugh over things.
They can't just laugh over things. They can't make, jest of themselves, politely, make certain things funny. You laugh over it, crack jokes. Do you get it? Feel good together.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah, they can't do that. People
they
don't do that anymore.
again. When that is missing, a lot is missing.
When that is missing, divorce is stepping in. Divorce is stepping
It's
in.
just right behind you.
It's just right behind the door. You don't enter. You don't sit down. The divorce don't sit down. The divorce don't carry. You don't do coffee. You don't cross legs.
He even relax.
He relax for their house. He just wait.
They take coffee.
They take coffee.
They sip am.
The divorce is just waiting for when some small fight could just something 1 minute.
Avenue we go take penetrate.
You just say, Alpha, madam. Then divorce is a bad spirit.
He go come show ugly head like
Because
this.
show ugly head. They're reminding you of the worst.
The past offenses that you people don't take as anything. Now that time you go come they get meaning. Oh my God.
We need to understand divorce is a spirit and it's a bad spirit.
So don't give avenue to it.
Don't give avenue to that evil spirit. Divorce is an evil spirit. Don't give avenue to it. Even if you want to give an avenue to it, give an avenue to it on a very good ground.
Just like Rina.
Just like a case of you realize your mental state is at stake. Your health is at stake.
And when physical abuse is involved,
It's involved.
I wouldn't advise anyone to remain
To
that
remember,
marriage.
if you feel living there, it's a good ground for you because look at the do's and don'ts, the options, the advantages. If you know that you're going to be of yourself after living and you'll be on a good ground,
Of
you'll
course.
be happy,
Oh, definitely.
which God wants you to be.
Oh yes.
Then,
oh yes.
then why not? Although we still do not condone divorce. I
Of
think
course.
you should the first option should be try and, you see, when you say for better, for worst, people tend to put the for worst aside and then rely on the for better in the marriage. So are you going through any difficult situations right now in your marriage? The first person I think you should talk to before thinking about a counselor who would, of course, charge you for his time. Of course, if you come to me as your counselor, I'm going to charge you for the time I'll be spending with you, encouraging you and bringing you out of that lupus. First, talk to your father, your parent, your father. If your father happens to be with God, try and look for an elderly person in that family you can trust that have a good act. That can set a good example for you.
Yes.
And if you know you don't have anyone of such, then you can seek the consent of a pastor or a counselor. But yet, remember, God first.
Oh yes.
God first. Let God direct your path. It's important to note that divorce is a complex issue and often involves a combination of these and other factors. In order to address the reasons for divorce, it's important to work with a trained professional who can help couples navigate these challenges and work towards a healthy resolution.
Oh yes.
This is the first podcast where your voice is heard.